And welcome back to Mama's Kitchen. Today, hey, fantastic that you're all making ice cream. I hope you don't get diabetes. Okay, don't pin that one on us. Okay, right, today we are making pulled pork. We love pulled pork in our family, and we're going to do it in the slow cooker today. So really super easy, something that you can do before you go to work, and so that by the time you come back at dinner time it's all ready to go. So here's my super easy recipe. Sorry, grandchild in the background. I had to open the can. Like, who opens the can and leaves it looking like this? Is that you, daughter?
Yep, it was, sorry.
Yeah, right. So I'm adding about, that'd be about a cup, maybe a cup of tomato sauce that I'm adding into this. I'm just chucking it straight into my slow cooker so that we can just mix it up there. Nobody wants extra dishes, do they? Okay, I've got a teaspoon of ginger, teaspoon of garlic, actually maybe a little bit more, I love garlic. I have got some apple juice. I'm going to put in about half a cup of apple juice in there and a quarter of a cup of cider vinegar. Love cider vinegar. Can you hear us? No more monkeys jumping on the bed. That's my grandson.
Sorry.
At least he's happy and he's not squawking. Quarter of a cup of cider vinegar in there. That gives it the nice bite. And to sweeten it up, we're going to put in about a quarter of a cup of brown sugar, which hasn't been like pressed into the cup. Right, that'll do. Come and have a look. You see that? There. And we're just going to give it a mix around. And that is our base. Okay, that's as good as it gets. Smells great. Now this is my pork. I've cut the fat off. Remember, I'm not a butcher, alright? I'm not a butcher. So it looks a little bit like I've hacked it off, and I totally have. Now, if you're Māori and you're thinking, oh yeah, you've wasted that. Look, put it aside for when you make your crackling, alright? But we want to take as much fat off as we can so that the fat isn't going to land around our hearts. So, now that I've got this pork, I've got a shoulder roast, and that's hang on, let's have a look at the packet. It is about 2 kilos. That's perfect for our family. Okay, and I'm just going to stick it in there, toss it around a little bit so that the sauce is on it. Wash my hands. I've got a couple of onions that I've chopped up. I'm chucking in there. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to turn it on to low and leave it for about 6 to 8 hours. Okay, so while I'm at work, this is going to be cooking and doing its thing. So later on tonight, I'm going to show you what that looks like, okay? So that's us for now. How easy was that? That's it and just about sorted. So I'll see you in a few hours. Welcome back. Welcome everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. The slow cooker's been going now for probably just about 8 hours. So I turned it off just a little while back, and that was on a low heat. I forgot to tell you before that I salt and peppered the meat as well. So let's come and have a look, can you see that piece out there? See that? My husband took that. I can tell because there was a knife like this. So, you know when your meat's cooked, when it just, look at that, just falls apart, just like that, just falls apart. So, I am going to take it out, pull it apart on here, and then I'm going to sort that sauce out. So, just give me a few minutes to get that done. I'll show you what that looks like, eh? Okay, I tipped all the juice into this pot, and there's a little bit of fat on top like that. Can you see that? The fat around there. So I'm going to take that off, skim it off, and then I'm going to be left with the juice, and the juice is really intense. I'm going to put it back onto the heat and just cook that off for a little bit, and then probably just thicken it up because I can't be bothered waiting for it to reduce. So I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. I put the sauce into a pot, and I'm just going to turn it down a bit because I was a bit impatient. There, that was the juice, okay, and it's plenty flavoursome. So did that make sense? Okay, and I've got a couple of tablespoons of corn flour that I've just mixed up with water to a paste. If you haven't got corn flour, use a bit of flour. It's all good. Anything to thicken it up. And then I'm just going to take this off the heat and thicken it up. And then I'm going to put it back on the heat and just cook it off for a bit. That's great. Terrific. And that's a nice consistency to make some really sloppy sliders. Yum. So give me a minute. I'll sort this out, tip it onto the meat, and I'll just quickly also, I've made up a coleslaw with just some fresh ingredients. So I've got red cabbage, green cabbage, grated carrot, grated apple, and red onions, and some coriander. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. I'm just going to put a little bit of cider vinegar, because remember we put cider vinegar in this, so it should be able to sort of taste good, really. So that's us. Let me get this sorted out, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we're ready to eat. Yay! Yum. 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 Flippin' yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Look at the onions. Can you see the onions? Mm-hmm. Yum. Yum. That's your dinner tonight, Lizzo. Yum. And some coleslaw, which I'm just going to toss. That smells so good. Yeah, it does, eh? Right. And a really good fresh slaw. Yum! And that is our dinner. Oh, stoked. I know, check that out. Can you see that steam rising? Beautiful. So that's us, from our kitchen to your kitchen. Hope you guys are well. Don't forget to start to circulate the things in your food storage cupboard that you're gathering, so that you're moving them around anyway. That's us for tonight. Hope you're well, hope you're kind. Have a great week. Ka kite anō.